Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Hope everyone's doing well. Hey, Sapphire and Mike. How are y'all doing? Y'all's the first two in here. I wonder where everyone else is. I wonder if YouTube sent out notifications this morning. Probably not. Anyhow, guys, Mike and I had to postpone our John Benet Ramsey stream till because I was not feeling well. The blood pressure medicine, it made me really dizzy and kind of adult like. So we're going to do that this coming Friday night. Hey, Charlie Girl says, how are you doing? Also, guys, please say prayers for Mommy Mars. She's been a long-time subscriber of mine, and one of her dogs is going to cross the Rainbow Bridge. Yeah, and her dogs are like her little babies. They're like, her second and third child. Hey, Debbie. Good morning. Vicky. It's a crying shame. Good morning. I said, I hope you're feeling better. Well, I feel a lot better. Actually, yesterday, I went and cleaned out my chicken coop. I'm talking about the entire chicken coop from top to bottom. I like my chicken coop to be nice, neat, and clean. So I got out all the pine chips and put in fresh ones. So their apartment's looking good. I told the hens yesterday, I called them the sister wives. I said, y'all have got to do better than this. Y'all are bad wives. You keep a messy house. And anywho, I got us some things to talk about this morning. First off, we're going to talk about Orinn and Orson West. I saw something about them. The community is they done a protest outside of the CPS office. Actually, I think they call it the Department of Health Services there. But anyways, they want some change done in the CPS system, whatever you call it. Let me get all that pulled up. Also, there was a case we talked about back in the summer. Erica Lloyd, she was a mom, 37 years old. She went on a road trip during the pandemic, a pandemic road trip, they called it, and she disappeared. They had found her car wrecked, but they couldn't find her. Well, they have now found her remains. So we're going to talk about that. What else? Oh, yeah, we're going to be talking about the Sister Wives television show this morning because they made the true crime section. Because, polygamy is illegal in a lot of states. Actually, I don't know if there is one state that it is legal to be a polygamist. I'm not for sure. I saw someone. Let's see. I thought I saw Charles C. Welcome. Wakey, eggs and bacon. Good morning, y'all. Actually, I've got my breakfast in the microwave right now from Hardee's. Okay. So let's get started. But before I get started, let me just say this because I got a comment the other day. Look, my live stream, for anyone that's not familiar, I do things my way here. I don't do my streams like everyone else. Things are not in order. Sometimes I'll have like my thumbnail with 2 or 3 topics, and then I will just have one of the topics in the title. I don't go in order. So please don't be leaving me comments talking about, oh, if this is what you come for, it starts at so-and-so. Hey, look, I do different topics. I don't just do one, okay? We do things my way here. Jesus mercy. Not that it was like a bad comment, but it was kind of annoying. It was kind of a smart aleck. I do things my way here. I'm not a professional. I'm not a professional at doing live streams and podcasts. I just find topics and I do them in the order that I want to do them in. Now, however, I am going to try to stick to the order that I put them in, like in my thumbnail or my title. Hey, Red Rhyme, how are you doing? We're going to talk about one of your cases you've been following this morning. I about forgot about it. Maya, Millete, they're still searching for her. Okay. So first off, let's talk about Orinn and Orson West. I want to get this article. I'd love to check my laptop. See, my laptop has this feature where it will read the article for me. And I would love to test it one day and see if, like, if I'm screen sharing the audio, if you guys can hear it reading. I do it a lot when I'm busy and I need to read something. Yeah, I'll just push it and it reads it for me. Let me see if I can mute this. Okay. It says protesters gathered outside the Department of Human Services building in a rally to continue raising awareness of 4-year-old Orinn and 3-year-old Orson West, whose birth names were Sincere and Classic. The toddlers have been missing since December, disappearing while in the care of their adoptive parents, Trezell and Jacqueline West. No arrests have been made and no suspects have been announced in the case. The brothers' biological family has accused the department of being responsible for their disappearance because the children weren't returned to their mother. They shouldn't get put into another home for this to happen, said Rosanna Wills, the boy's biological cousin. Wills believes the foster and adoptive system needs to reform. Oh, I believe that too. And the boy's disappearance is one example. She said the international attention captured by the case could help families in the future if changes are made. I agree with that. This is bringing attention to the people walking in the shoes as we speak. You never know who's going through what. We're going through it right now, said Wills. 17 News reached out to the Kern County Department of Human Services for comment. Anyone with information that may be useful to investigators is urged to call the California PD at 760-373-8606. To remain anonymous, you can call the Kern County Secret Witness Line at 661-322-4040. There's something that's really confusing me. Okay, so they're saying the biological family is saying that they didn't give the biological mom, Ryan Dean, a chance to get back her kids. Really? I thought they always gave the parent an option to straighten up, take some parenting classes. Because I have known of people who have lost their children. And here's what would happen. Okay, I know one girl that lost her kid because they found pot inside her house. She was busted for about an ounce of weed, right? She'd been selling weed. So they took the 2 kids. Okay, they gave them to the father, the biological father. The mother had to complete parenting classes. She had to go to court a lot. She had to have, like, CPS would come and do, like, random visits, inspect the home. And eventually, she got the kids back. Now, I thought they did that in every state, that they would give the parents a chance to straighten up. Let me look at the chat because I can't see y'all because I got the article pulled up. They do here unless it's different in each state. Yeah, there definitely needs to be some reform with the adoption system and child protective services. That's for sure. I do think it's a little strange that Trezell and Jacqueline West are so young and had 6 kids. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that's got a bunch of kids, but I don't know. I just feel like that they did this for money. And it's really frustrating that there's been no new developments in this case. That's why I've not talked about it much, because there's nothing new coming out. This is really the first thing that I've seen new in a while. Now, I went and looked at the family's blog where they update the public. Let me go get this. I hadn't looked at it in a while. Let me go find it. I saved the link somewhere. Okay, right here it is. And I will give you guys the link. And every time this is how the family, oh crap. This is how the family updates the public, the adopted family. Okay. There we go. Now, let me screen share this. I want y'all to look at this crap. They make themselves look really bad. Okay. Keep the focus on the search for Orinn and Orson West, not attacking innocent family members. Okay, so the last time they posted was February 6th, I guess a couple weeks ago. It says Orinn and Orson West are still missing, and there have been no promising leads that we know of. As we, the extended adopted family, face uncertainty of their whereabouts, we are both grieving and deeply dedicated to the search for the boys. A search that has been made complicated by certain individuals and entities creating distractions, all with the backdrop of the COVID-19 pandemic. This most recent statement is not written for or by the adoptive parents, but we, as the extended adopted family, have been terrorized as if that is the best way to help find the boys. Click here to watch this news report on Good Morning America. Oh, yeah, they was on Good Morning America. Okay. And then it goes on to say, the threats and harassment are a true distraction. What has continued is the alarming number of threats and physical violence, including death threats, intentional harassment, and misinformation being perpetrated by groups like AV Watchmen United We Stand and other individuals. Many we have named directly with law enforcement to monitor. Many of these groups have made this not about finding the boys. This behavior being targeted towards the adoptive grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins of the missing boys is misguided at best because none of us are persons of interest or suspects in terms of the disappearance. As a family, we have had to be even more cautious to not engage directly with individuals who have trespassed on various family members' properties, hurled insults, reported false information deliberately, damaged property, and created a hate-filled hostile environment. For example, we have seen individuals organizing in a local graveyard, stalking both grandmother as they traveled to their medical appointments, and even attacked one of the grandfathers, a disabled veteran, while he attempted to walk to the store. Most resent the grandparents. Oh, it says resent, but I guess they meant most recent. Most recent, the grandparents tried to reason with an angry group of searchers outside their home to no avail. There are also other children in the extended adoptive family who are now scared to go outside and disturbed by these unpredictable and disturbing tactics. And just as disturbing are the several GoFundMe efforts, which have little or nothing to do with the search. Excuse me, they are raising, well, I know the biological mother raised money to put up billboards. And there was a local lady that took money out of her own pocket and bought a billboard, put the boys' faces up there. Okay, it is pretty disheartening. In fact, it has cost time and money for law enforcement to track the threats and to sort out the slanderous and false statements. It is a true distraction from the search, and for those perpetrating this behavior, it is inconsolable. Maybe it's inconsolable. Okay, keep the focus on the official search. As we start to file restraining orders, they're going to be filing restraining orders, y'all. As we start to file restraining orders against individuals, continue to monitor and refute the fraudulent claims and log the numerous individuals who have made physical threats. We are still asking for those of you who care about finding the boys and the truth to do the following. Hey, you need to tell Trezell and Jacqueline West to do the following. Everybody who's writing this, for real. Okay, number 1. Do not give to GoFundMe schemes. Donate any and all funds that you would otherwise give to local law enforcement search headed up by the California City PD. Do not allow for individuals or groups of opportunists to profit off of our pain. Hey, y'all's not the only one that's feeling pain. Newsflash. Keep the official investigation going. Continue to encourage, and if necessary, pressure the California City PD, FBI, Bakersfield Police Department to make the search and investigation a priority. Law enforcement is in the best position to find the boys and bring them home. We need to continue to leave nothing untouched and exhaust all possibilities. The mayors, county supervisors, and other elected officials have been involved on varying levels and need to know that this case is one that needs to remain a priority until the boys are found and the truth is revealed. Call 760-373-8606 and 661-327-7111. The next one, I like how they're telling us all what to do here. Like us people with common sense know to do all these things, okay? Okay, volunteer search. If you are in the cities of Bakersfield, California, or California City and are willing to search, that is an option. COVID-19 has made this option complicated for many, but we are grateful to the hundreds of individuals who have already organized and joined the searches on the ground. Okay, keep the boys' names lifted up. Spread the word about the missing boys. The truth is out there. We need any and everyone who may know something to come forward to the appropriate authorities. There are several rewards that are being offered for information leading to the return of the boys, including one from our family. And number 5 on their list, it says, keep praying for the boys. It says, we will continue to search and pray. It should be made clear that despite the obstacles of a few bad actors, we are still cooperating fully with law enforcement, working with a private investigator. Private means they are not known to the public. And still have our reward of $30,000 alongside the others, now totaling $100,000. I think it's $125,000 now for information that will bring Orinn and Orson home. For those who wish us harm, we will continue to pray that you pivot your energy and make it all about the search for Orinn and Orson. For those who are leaning in, volunteering, and providing value-added support in the search for the boys, we thank you. Law enforcement has been really aggressive in the search, and all of the agencies involved have really made the search a priority. We need their time, talent, and resources to bring Orinn and Orson home safe. This is our prayer. God bless you all. Please note that this statement was not written on behalf of the adoptive parents. We are not representing the adoptive parents. This statement represents the extended adoptive family. I'd say this is the works of Trezel's brother. What's his name? Jamal. Is his name Jamal? Crap, my mind went blank. I cannot remember his name. Okay, let me get to my chat. Now, hey Tina, how are you? I never agreed with the YouTubers standing outside of the adopted grandparents' house. Maybe going there once, trying to ask some questions, but they are elderly people. And Orinn and Orson were in Jacqueline and Trezel's care. They're the ones responsible for them. I like AV Watchman's channel. I think that he is a good guy. I think he really cares about finding the boys' hearts in the right place. I just don't agree with gathering up at that cemetery and being outside of the adoptive grandparents' house. They're never going to talk to anyone now. You know, I understand what they were trying to do, but they're surely not going to talk to anyone now. They can't go help search, which I don't think that they would go help search anyways. They didn't do it when they went missing. They said law enforcement told them to stay in the house. My ass wouldn't have been in the house. I wouldn't have wanted to mess with their investigation, but I would have been out there looking for my kid. Damn right. He is amazing. Who's Cheryl? AV Watchman? I like him. Like I said, I'm not downing him or anything. I just personally would not go stand out in front of someone's house like that. and follow someone down the street when they're walking and stuff. Like, I get they're frustrated, and they just want an answers, but I don't think that's the right way to go about it. That's just my opinion. I've never encountered a case so evil. I have discernment of spirits and have had to step away from this case for a while due to the enormous witchcraft and evil surrounding this. Oh my goodness. Well, unfortunately, guys, I pray that the boys are found safe and sound. But unfortunately, I don't feel like that. I don't feel like they're safe and sound. I feel like those boys are passed away. And they've been gone from this earth for quite a while. I don't think they ever moved to California City. Hold on one second, guys. I gotta mute 1 second. I've got to cough. Okay. Now, I'm just wondering if they really went through with the restraining orders. Did they go file restraining orders against A.B. Watchman and them? Are they still going to the grandparents' house? See, I've not been watching because I knew there wasn't really any updates. So I've really not been watching his channel. He's a good guy. His daughter, he lost his daughter not too long ago. I think she was murdered. He sounds like a good guy. I just don't agree with their tactics. That's all I'm saying. I believe they never moved to the new house in Port Boys. I don't think so either, Tina. Hey, Michelle, how are you? Yep, I think it's easy to prove they are alive since they won't, like Orinn. Dave Bell, they are no longer with. Yeah. Well, a lot of people thinks that they could have sold these boys into like a human trafficking ring. There's a lot of that human trafficking that goes on in that area in California, Texas, probably everywhere. But there's a whole lot. It goes on in California and Texas. I believe they're gone off, though. I don't think they moved either. Let me go back up and see what Lisa Irwin said. I think they are with family somewhere. The father's family. Really? So, Lisa Irwin, are you thinking that they were kidnapped on the 21st? I think they killed them too. Hey, Hazel Basil, I think that they were abusive to these kids. Now, some of the neighbors, now no, this is hearsay, but some of the neighbors, when they lived in Bakersfield, they said that those kids were not allowed outside. They couldn't go to the park or anything. And this is before the pandemic. That is a huge red flag. You got 6 kids and none of them ever go outside to play. They're not allowed to play in dirt. I mean, their home in Cal City is a little boy's dream. The backyard with the sand and stuff, playing with dump trucks and building sand castles. I just find that so strange that the kids never went outside. When they lived in Bakersfield, there's a nice little park there at the apartment complex. Those kids never went to that park. They never went and slid down the slide or used the swings. There's something terribly, terribly wrong with that. Perhaps the chief isn't so good a person after all. Child trafficking. I'm not going to even say what else I think. Well, no, go ahead and say, Tina. Tell us. I'm interested in what y'all have to say. I don't like the chief, girl. Girl, I do not. I just don't think his heart is in this case. I don't know. Maybe he just holds back his emotions. He's hard for me to read. Usually I can read people pretty well, but I just don't think his heart is in it. I don't think he really damn cares. Let's really think. It's flat land. They never let kids outside, but you're expecting me to believe someone could have been waiting right then to snatch them. Why would they think they'd be outside if they never... Oh, good point, Charles. Good point. Exactly. And why weren't they on camera? Now, the video footage we watched, it was a little hard to see, but you could clearly see when Trezell was coming in and out of that gate. And I just firmly believe that we would have been able to see the kids. They were not on that footage. Could they have went out the front door or something, and where they were short, the camera not picked them up? Yeah, but that's not what Trezell said. He said they were in the backyard. He left the gate open. And if he don't got nothing to hide, why wasn't he out looking for his kids? It took him for hell and ever to get in that van and leave. And then he was only gone about 45 minutes, if that. He did not look for those kids. Jacqueline didn't even bring her ass out of the house to look for her 2 toddlers that are missing. Nope, cameras would have seen them. That's what I think too, Charlesy. It's really what I think. I'm just trying to keep my hopes up. Don't want to think of them as skeletons on the sand. I know, Lisa. I know it. I do believe there is enormous amount of forensic evidence in the adoptive parents' old apartments. Well, I'm just wondering if they sent crime scene investigators in there. If they didn't, they're stupid. And where is the other vehicle that he used to own? I think he had another van before that. They need to bring that vehicle in and search it. See, I don't know. See, that's what I'm trying to figure out, Lisa Irwin. Why would they kill their cash cows? Maybe they didn't mean to kill them. I think they were abusing those boys. I can't prove it, but I got a hunch that they were abusing those boys. I don't think they ever looked at those boys as their kids. I think they looked at them as a paycheck. Yeah, the whole family's doing foster care and adopting kids, and it just seems like to me they're doing it for the money. Now, I know in the state of Virginia, if you foster kids, you do get a check, and you have to go buy them clothes and little things that they want. You got to spend so much on it, and you got to produce those receipts to your caseworker and those items when they come and visit your home. So I don't know how it works out there. We did look up if after you adopt a child in California, if you can draw any benefits. And yes, you can. If you apply for it, yes, you can. Damn, my coffee's cold. Ugh. Like the younger one was killed and the older one knew what happened. Yes, it's a crime shame. That's what I'm kind of thinking. Could they have been abused? Because a lot of times in these abuse cases, they will target one kid. Sometimes they target multiple kids. But usually they got their sights set on one kid they abuse. Freaking weirdos. And what if they were abusing one of the boys and like killed him, and then they had to kill the other boy because he witnessed it? Who knows? I think they were abusing both of them. That's what I think. Yeah, they got monthly stipend and free insurance. Really? Accident like beat him with his ninja sticks. Well, one of the neighbors in Bakersfield said that they had 2 other little foster boys, 2 little Hispanic boys. And those kids were never allowed to come outside. When they did, I think they had to sneak outside. But they had told the neighbor's son, hey, don't come and knock on the door. Trezell's mean to us. Come and always knock on the window if you want to talk to us. It's so beautiful. I wonder if police have talked to those kids. Now, they said they gave those kids back to the foster care system because one of them was caught smoking weed. Really? A little bitty kid like that smoking weed? Probably got it from Trezell's bedroom drawer or something. I'm not sure how old these kids were, but I don't think they were very old. I don't think they were teenagers. But anyways, so that right there is a big red flag. I think he's very abusive. But you know what? I don't think Jacqueline's just some little innocent young lady. No, no, no. She seems like she's got some real bitch in her. Of course, we all got a little bitch in us, but y'all know what I mean. The way she acted standing outside that house when they done that interview outside the house in Cal City, and she was moving her hands around because the biological family was there, and they wasn't being rude to them, but they was asking them some stern questions while this reporter was interviewing them. And Jacqueline, she moves her hands around a little bit, and she's like, "And this is why we didn't want to come out here." Really, lady, you gonna act like that in front of everybody? It just showed how she really is. No class, none whatsoever. Well, if they could make it look like they were still around to collect, but they were really gone, that wouldn't be missing any money, but still getting the benefit of all with less kids. Here's what I think. The biological mom wanted to drop off some presents, not at the West home, at the caseworker's office, right? Caseworker contacts Trezell and them. He's like, "No, we don't want those presents." I think they panicked. Christmas was coming up. People was going to be, asking, where are the boys at? The boys was done gone. This is what I think, deceased. So they panicked. They had no choice but to report on missing. That's what happened on December 21st. Now, I have read that the adopted mom did want to drop off presents, just for the record. Blimey, both boys, I do believe, is gone. Unfortunately, one accident, the other was a witness, so I had to go. Yeah, something like that happened, Tina, for sure. I'm with you on that. I think just the holidays was coming up, and they knew people would want to see the kids, ask where they were at, so they had to report on missing. I think they've been gone for months. I think they were gone probably back in September, sometime around in September. Sarah, saving spirit. Is there a Sarah in here? Hey, Sarah. I miss people in the chat when I'm running my mouth. Sorry if I didn't say hi to anyone. I like to greet everyone. Okay. Now, we've got some other cases to talk about too. Is there anything else I wanted to tell y'all about that? I don't think so. No, I guess that's it. We got to talk about our other cases. Hopefully, there is an update on the boys soon. Hopefully, there is an arrest soon. You know what I'm thinking? I don't think the California City PD have anything concrete on the adopted parents, or they would have already been arrested. God, I hope and pray that this does not turn into another freaking John Benet Ramsey case where we don't find out what freaking happened. I just don't want it to turn into a freaking cold case. Uh-oh. Sorry, I was playing a video. I was getting an article pulled up. Okay, let me get back here. When are the boys' birthdays? Yeah, that's a good. Hey, Short and Eyes. Hope you're having a good day. I don't know when the boys' names are, but y'all know what? They changed those boys' names. I know y'all know this. Their names were Classic and Sincere, right? And they changed it to Orinn and Orson. Why would you do that? It's like they were trying to erase any trace of the boy's biological mom or something. I just find that so weird. And Jacqueline West's mother adopted, I believe it was a little girl. And she had her name changed as well. First name. We're not changing the last name is no big deal, but I think it's weird to change those kids' first names. That was their birth names. They should have let them have those names. But anyways, Jacqueline's mom done the same thing, and she had a party celebrating the name change. Freaking weirdos. Can we tear up the grandparents' property? You know what? I don't think Well, they should search that property. But I really don't think that the grandparents know what happened to the boys. I believe they believe every word that Trezell and Jacqueline is saying. But as far as being involved in the boys' disappearance, I don't think that they are. And I hope people quit standing outside of their home. Like, I get what they're doing and stuff, but they are elderly. And like I said, Jacqueline and Trezell's the ones that's responsible for the boys, not the adoptive grandparents. Where they wasn't there, as we know of, when the boys disappeared, Like mother, like daughter. Honey, they like that foster care money is what it is. That's why they like fostering all those kids, Tina. Sickos, weirdos. They ought to waterboard their asses until they tell the damn truth. For real. Okay. So, Maya Millete is still missing. This is a case from California. Let me get it pulled up here. Before I move on, that family's blog that I read, y'all, where they post updates to the public about this case, it kind of got on my nerves a little bit. Like, really? The nerve of you to be ordering us around, telling us what to do. Crap, it's playing a video and it won't stop. Okay, hon. Careful. I'm trying to pull up a video, guys, and it keeps playing, or an article, it keeps playing a damn video. Would not let me cut it off. Okay, let me see if I can do it this time and get it muted. That is so annoying when that does that. Technology sucks. Okay. I think I got it now. Let me screen share. So Maya, I think I call her Maya, and she goes by May. She's been missing for a while now. 7 weeks, to be exact. Let's play this.
Dozens of volunteers showed up
today for a missing mother from Chula Vista. Volunteers have not given up hope trying to find Maya Millete, who disappeared nearly 7 weeks ago. Our Kelsey Christensen was there for today's search at a trail in Spring Valley.
Now, obviously, we are all hoping for the best. Unfortunately, today, nothing turned up around Maya's disappearance out here at the search party. But as you heard from Mary Chris, searches will continue in the future until they have answers. Reporting from Spring Valley, Kelsey Christensen, Fox 5 News.
Okay. So her husband, let me plug up my mic or the audio will suck. Has not participated in any of these searches. Now, I think she disappeared January the 7th. Here's what happened. Her and her husband, they had not been getting along. They had had trouble in their marriage for the last year or so. Anyways, he says that they got into an argument and she left to take a walk. And she never returned. But when her family come to check on her, because they were planning a trip, her sisters, brothers, they were planning to take Maya's, I think it was 11-year-old daughter, on a trip to some resort. Anyways, when Maya didn't return the text messages, they were having group messages, her brother went to her house. Larry, the husband, says, oh, she's in the bedroom with the door locked. She's sleeping. So her brother left. Then her dad comes back because they know something is terribly wrong. Maya was always first to respond to messages, especially this group message, because they were planning a trip for her daughter's birthday. Anyways, May's brother, I'm going to call her May. May's brother gets there and he makes, or Dad gets there, and he makes Larry unlock that door, pick that lock. Of course, May is not in there. Where's she at? Her car is in the drive. If I'm not mistaken, her cell phone and credit cards were left at home. If Red Rum Media is in here, she can tell us. Hey, Kathy C, just love your show. You're real and outspoken, just like me. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Thank you for supporting me. I appreciate it. I'm just me. That husband wanted her money. Here's what happened, Tina. This is my theory. They got in an argument, and he snapped on her, and he killed her, and he went and disposed of her body and made up the story that she left on a walk. That's my theory. I don't have anything to back that up, but why? What kind of husband don't go look for their missing wife? A woman you've been married to for 20 years. This case reminds me of Suzanne Morphew because they were both married to their husbands for a long time. I think May and Larry were high school sweethearts, if I'm not mistaken. But he has not went and looked for his wife not one time. And he cannot use the excuse, oh, I'm home with the kids, because you know what? His mother has been staying there with him, or she was. He could have went and looked for his wife and let his mom watch the kids. It's sad because their youngest child, he's been asking, he wants his mommy. He slept with her every night. I always slept with my son in bed too. I agree with your theory. Unfortunately, when people go missing, especially women, it's usually their disappearance is caused by one of their partners or an ex or someone obsessed with them. I'm over this snow too, Kathy C. Oh my goodness. You'd never believe the big chunk of ice I got off my chicken coop roof yesterday. I'm digressing. I'm here. Almost everything was left at home. Still can't get direct answers for the phone. Is there any, well, this is a dumb question. I was going to say, is there any cameras in that area? But there are. That is a nice neighborhood. I mean, it looks like where the uppity up people live at, honey. So, these nice homes has got some kind of doorbell cam or security cameras. I'm just wondering if she was caught on security camera walking that night. I mean, is it possible that they got in an argument? She went for a walk and some weirdo was coming by? Yes, anything's possible. But we know how these cases usually go. Barry Morphew. Yeah, he's another Barry Morphew. Speaking of Barry Morphew, I've been trying to look for updates. I've not seen anything about Suzanne's case. Charlesy, the phone hasn't been found. I thought she left her phone at home. And her credit cards. Maybe, I know I read that, but that could have been wrong. I'm worried Suzanne will never be found like Jennifer Doulos. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to find Jennifer or not. I feel like if Kent Mulhenny knew where the body was, he would have made a good plea deal. He was cooperating with prosecution. That's why they lowered his bond, let him out of jail to go see his dying father. But he must not have told him where the body was at, or he must not know. Hey, nurse teacher, happy Monday. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I mean, it's possible, Lisa Irwin. Anything's possible. I always say that. It is. In these true crime cases, anything's possible. Nope, she hasn't been seen on camera. Listening to sisters last. Oh, okay. So she wasn't seen on camera. She never left that house in. Because that's a real nice, uppity up neighborhood. And with those big fine homes, there's going to be some damn security cameras. And if she left for a walk, she would be seen on them. Why does it say I keep doing that? See, I got my YouTube pulled up so I can see the chat. I just got it muted. And every time I move my little cursor, it takes me back to the beginning of the video. But anyhow, we'll just keep following this. Y'all subscribe to Red Rum Media. She's been following this case closely. She's good at doing true crime videos and explaining things. And remember May's family in your prayers. I pray they find her safe. Could she have walked away from her life? Yes, anything's possible, but that she would have never done that. She would have never just up and left her kids just out of the blue. Hell, she'd been planning a trip to, I believe it was it Big Bear Mountain Resort. It was something like that. Why would she be planning a trip if she was just going to up and leave her life and walk away from it? She wouldn't. I mean, anybody could, I guess, walk away and make it look like someone took them. That's not what happened here. Tracker 3, hello, and welcome. How are you doing this morning? Okay, so we're going to talk about another missing woman here. We talked about this case back in the summer. Erica Lloyd, she's a California resident also, just like May. She went missing back in the summer. She went on a road trip. They just now found her body. Let me get this pulled up. She's beautiful too. They found her skeletal remains. Why does it say I have the Andy Griffith Show tab open? I don't see it. I'm obsessed with the Andy Griffith Show, y'all. Okay. California mom Erica Lloyd, who went missing on a road trip, found dead. Bless her heart. Okay, so a California mother who vanished on a road trip to Joshua Tree National Park has been found dead, authorities said. Erica Lloyd, 37, of Walnut Creek, has been identified as the skeletal remains found last month in a desert field in Wonder Valley. Dental records were used to positively match Erica to the remains found on January 31st. According to the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department. No further details have been released about the cause or manner of her death. Lloyd, who is a mother of a 12-year-old son, set out on the roughly 500-mile road trip on June 14th, but lost contact with her family 2 days later. The same day, authorities found her abandoned 2006 black Honda Accord near the park on California State Route 62 in 29 Palms. Several windows had been broken, and there was damage to the vehicle's dashboard, the San Bernardino County Sentinel reported. We don't know if she had some memory loss when she got hit by the airbag. Erica's mom, Ruth Lloyd, told KESQ at the time. Maybe she doesn't know who she is. We don't know. We aren't sure about her mental state. Her brother, Colin Lloyd, posted the news of her death Thursday on a Facebook page dedicated to searching for her. Close to 8 months have passed since Erica disappeared, and we have been blessed by countless efforts of selflessness and compassion on part of the community and our family, he wrote. Right now, it's the time for grieving, and I encourage everyone to pause and reflect on the beautiful soul we've lost, our Erica. You know, when I read about this morning, of course, I already knew about this case, but it just made me remember a case out of Texas that I talked about just a couple of months ago. I can't remember the name, but I'm going to go through my true crime topic notes and find the name. But there was a college kid in Texas. He was going home for Christmas break. He only, his college was about 3 hours from his family's home. Okay. He somehow took a wrong turn, ended up on this old country road where there's hardly any traffic. They found his vehicle wrecked, and it looked just like Erica's when they found hers wrecked. The windshield at the back was busted out. The front windshield was busted, and he was nowhere to be found. His cell phone, his credit cards, and everything were inside the vehicle. They have used search dogs. They have used helicopters. They've had people on foot, horseback, everything, and they cannot find this young man anywhere. And I was like, damn, it's kind of like thinking it's kind of like Erica's case. I thought, maybe that young man had wandered off after he got, he'd run off the road. It looked like it was a single car accident. But I thought, he might have wandered off, been dazed by the accident, and died somewhere, but they never found him. Never found his body. I don't even think they found a blood trail. Looking at this woman, I keep feeling terrible pain in my head as if someone is beating me in the head with a hammer. She could have possibly had some kind of internal injuries, internal bleeding or something when she had her accident and wandered off and died. You must be an empath, Tina. I think I'm one too. And it can be very annoying and very overwhelming. For me, it is. When I read these cases, especially kids' cases, it's like I can feel those kids panic and stuff. It's so weird. I can't even describe it. Hey, faithful one, how are you? The Delphi case has my interest too. Can't believe it's not so. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to do a Delphi stream, and I really need someone to help me. I don't want to do it by myself. It's better when you got someone up on panel with you and you can discuss it, converse. Anyways, prayers for Erica Lloyd's family. Okay. What else are we going to talk about? Oh, yeah. Sister Wives. Does anyone watch TLC show Sister Wives? Of course, I do, but I missed the damn episode last night. Kind of forgot it was back on. Let me see. Where's my article for the Sister Wives? Oh, here it is. Cody Brown really gets on my nerves. Really. He's been quarantined with his youngest favorite wife, Robin. It kills me. Last season when he took off his clothes and jumped in that pond, he had those stinking bikini underwear on. I was traumatized for freaking months. No offense to anyone other men that wear bikini underwear, but let me tell y'all something. Just wear bikini underwear when you're going to have a hot, passionate night in the bedroom, okay? Please don't wear them all the time. I mean, if you want to, do it. I like boxer shorts on a man. That's what I'm trying to say. Cody kills me. He's always slinging his little curly hair around. Kills me. See if I can get this ad down. Okay, let's see what's going on with the coaster. Sister Wives may have once called Utah home, but it's no longer where their heart is. If they go back to Utah, they could all be arrested on felony charges because polygamy is against the law there. It's a felony. Okay, let's just read this. Then we'll talk about this weirdo. The Sister Wives may have once called Utah home, but it's no longer where the heart is. On Sunday's episode of the hit TLC series, Cody Brown and his 4 wives, Christina, Janelle, Mary, and Robin, took a trip to the state to visit another plural family, the Dargers. Wait, I thought there was 5 of them. Christine, Janelle, Mary, I guess not. Okay. To visit another plural family, the Dargers. The Dargers are some real sickos. And you'll see why when I read this to you. Okay. Joe Darker and his 3 wives, Alina, and real-life sisters, Valerie and Vicky. He's married to freaking sisters. So disgusting. Had been very politically active for the cause of decriminalizing plural marriage in Utah. Cody Brown, 52, explained of years. Cody and his wives have a combined 18 children. But although they were looking forward to seeing the close family friends, going to Utah brought up some uneasy feelings for some of the Brown wives. Recalling the moment they first went public as a plural family, within just days of it really being announced, the police in Utah started to investigate us because plural marriage is a felony in Utah, Janelle said. It was punishable by up to 5 years per count. At the time, in January 2011, the family was very afraid that they were going to come and arrest us, so they left the state in the dark of night, Janelle said, adding, we felt like we'd been exiled. The Browns landed in Las Vegas, and after things had settled, they sued the state of Utah, basically saying, look, this law is unfair, Janelle recounted. We won. So for a year, we were decriminalized. We were no longer felons. The relief was short lived, though. The state of Utah appealed our lawsuit that we had won. They overturned it, and then they doubled down with a new law, HB 99, which made it a worse felony for polygamists in Utah, Cody told the cameras. Crap. I don't want to subscribe to y'all's crap. I was trying to remove this. Okay, in 2020, there was a bill introduced into Utah Senate, SB 102. What it was going to do was kind of revise that law that was passed a few years ago, Janelle said in a confessional. It basically makes it so that people like our family, who live a law-abiding life, but just chose for religious purposes to cohabitate, were no longer felons. For Cody, what I do in my bedroom with another consenting adult is no one else's business, he said to cameras. And so why do they think that they can legislate it? It's naive. You're naive, Cody. Freaking weirdo. He gets on my nerves. I like the Sister Wife show, though. It's very interesting because, like, I don't know. I just find it interesting because they don't care to share a man, I guess. Okay. So Robin, which is the youngest wife and the newest one, claimed in a confessional that because that the law was in place, many women were afraid to come forward and seek help. I think the lawmakers think that by decriminalizing this law, it will make it so that it's free for all and there will be more abuse that will happen, she said. And what they're not realizing is that current law is so strict that it's making them afraid to come out. And like a mom, she's got a daughter that's getting abused, and she is so afraid of going to the police because she's afraid they're going to tear apart her family and take away her kids. So her daughter continues to be abused her whole life, which is like insane and horrific. Before they left for their trip, Cody and the women discussed whether they should all drive together. It was obvious that we really don't like being together, the five of us, Cody said. But while Christine wanted the women to take separate cars, they ultimately traveled together in the same vehicle. I think for me, the biggest fear about going back into Utah, if we're pulled over for a traffic violation, are they going to use it as an opportunity to tack on the felony polygamy charge? Because that's usually how it works. They get you for something else and then they add it on, she said. I'm always like, don't speak. Cody, don't speak. It's done, but it's a real fear. And there is Janelle. Janelle gets on my nerves. Robin was also fearful of the possible consequences. If you can imagine, it's like you're going to a place where your family is illegal. It just feels oppressive. It always makes me worry. But they arrived safe and sound in Utah after catching up over a meal with the Dargers. The Browns felt uplifted. During the family's time together, they also discussed Bill SB 102. The essential element is it amends the bigamy laws right now. In Utah, just to call each other wives, sister wives, is a felony, Joe told the group. Now, instead of being a felony to call each other wives, it's an infraction. It'd be like getting a jaywalking ticket. Right now, it's a felony. You can go to prison for 3 to 5 years for it. And then get back and go back in, I guess, because you're still a polygamist when you're done. Added Christine to Cameron's. Polygamy right now in Utah is a felony. We're sitting with fellow felons. We're felons just like them. They could come in and arrest us all. Well, if you were so damn afraid of being arrested, why the hell did you go to Utah to begin with? Like, really? Is that important to have a meal with these weirdos? I'm sorry, but I just think two sisters marrying the same man's freaking weird. I mean, this sister wife deal's weird, too. But it's even weirder for two sisters to marry the same man. I mean, that's just my opinion. Ugh. Okay. Okay, so theoretically, Cody believes he has one legal wife, three plural wives. Could go to jail from anywhere from 9 to 15 years, Janelle said. Then your probation involves not seeing your children, not recommitting the felony. So basically, if you saw your children again, then you were violating probation. That took you into the federal system. It's just a big mess. In May 2020, the Browns and Darkers celebrated jointly when a law decriminalizing bigamy in Utah took effect. The Darkers were successful in decriminalizing polygamy in Utah, which was huge, Janelle previously told People, ahead of the season 10 Sister Wives premiere. That was one of the biggest reasons that we went public in the first place, was tried to make it not so scary to be open about our family, she added. That's the whole point of why we went public. So this is wonderful to have had this happen. It's a big deal to us. And Sister Wives airs on TLC on Sunday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. I got to go back and watch last night's episode. I have watched this since the very first episode came on. I think it's like back in 2011 or something. Their seasons are kind of long, and then it'll be like a year before the next season comes on. Now, they got me interested in wanting to learn about polygamy. Not that I want to be a polygamist. Hell no. I ain't sharing my man with nobody. No way. I'm too jealous. I'm a jealous person, and I don't care to admit it. There ain't no shame in my game, honey. Let me see. Now, let me look up the law right here. Just a minute. I had this pulled up. Because I think they changed the law in Utah this week. Okay, a new law took effect in Utah this week has lowered the punishment for polygamy in some cases, making it an infraction similar to a traffic summons. Okay, so that's what that weirdo Darker was saying. Instead of felony punishable by prison term. Bearing the other factors, polygamy now an infraction which can draw fines of up to $750 in community service. These people need to reread these articles before they publish them. They make more mistakes than I do. Okay, let me get another picture of them. Who all watches it? Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever watched the Sister Wives. I'm going to pull them up. I'll show you who each one of them are. Okay. Let me screen share. So, since the pandemic, Cody Brown has been shacked up with his youngest wife, Robin. This is Robin. Real skinny, nice figure. This is Mary. Now, Mary was Cody's first wife. And then I think he took Janelle, then Christine, then Robin. Okay. Robin had kids from a previous marriage. And she wanted Cody to adopt her kids. He wanted to adopt the kids. Okay, he couldn't do that because he was married to Mary. So what he did, he divorced Mary, married Robin, and then adopted the children. Okay. After that happened, it really done something to Mary. It really bothered her. Like, it was her idea for this to happen. Like, she wanted to make that sacrifice. She wanted to get a divorce so that the kids could be legally adopted by Cody. But after that happened, I think Mary kind of felt left out. it's pretty obvious that Robin is the favorite wife. I don't know if the others realize that, but Mary realizes it. Anyways, he's been shacked up with Robin during this whole pandemic in their mansion. Yes, shacked up in the mansion. Let me pull something else up. Well, let me look at the chat first. I love this show. Who is the favorite? Robin, the skinny brunette. Yes, she's the favorite wife, honey. Now, allegedly, she is his favorite wife because, well, she's the youngest. And I think her family is also polygamist. I think Mary's is too. But I know Christine she converted. And I think Janelle converted too. That's terrible. Cody's son died nearly 3 years ago. Oh, Tina, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I can't imagine that. Prayers for you, honey. Well, Cody Brown spells his name different. He spells his with a K. He's always got to be different, freaking weirdo. God, man, he kills me. Y'all should have seen that episode of him taking off his shorts and having them bikini underwear on and jumping in that pond. And he was kind of flexing like he's freaking Tarzan and all that. He loves attention. He is an attention whore. For real. He'll do anything for attention. And Cody, he converted too. He wasn't no polygamist, I don't think. Wait, hold on a minute. I'm trying to think. Maybe he was. I don't think that he was. Mary was already born into a polygamous family, I think. There's so much information on this, I get confused. I mean, it's just been so long since I read up on all that. I was going to pull something else up about the quarantine. Let me see. I got to get off here for a minute. I got to find a package. It was supposed to have been delivered. Another diamond painting picture. Shout out Sapphire. Thank you for that. It wasn't in the mailbox this morning. I'm hoping it's there when I go back. Let me see. I was trying to find this where it was talking about them quarantine. I don't even think him and Mary, his first wife, are still together. I think they just do it for the show. He don't want nothing to do with her. I remember a couple seasons ago, she was trying to fix their relationship and she wanted to have another baby because she's only got one child by him. She's the only one that's just got one child. She had problems conceiving, I think. But he flat out told her, no, I don't want any more kids with you. Then went on to have another kid with Robin. He got 2 or 3 kids with her. Freaking weirdo. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I like Mary. She's like my favorite sister wife. Christine is annoying. She needs some damn riddling. I hate to be so mean, but it's the truth. I mean, she just goes on and on and on and on and on. You can tell she's got ADHD bad. Wait, I seen somebody say I got scammed. Let me see. I got scammed when I ordered a custom diamond painting by a third-party seller. Oh my gosh, did you? Sapphire's been wanting to do that. I would too. I would like to do, like, send in a picture, let them turn it into a canvas, let me diamond paint, you know. Have you reported that, Tracker 3? Well, I'm supposed to be getting the Starry Night. That's what's supposed to be in the package. Van Gogh's painting, Vincent Van Gogh. And I'm eager to do it. I'm eager to get it out of the mailbox so I can get it, you know, laid out and flattened out all the wrinkles out of it. I hope that you get a refund for that. If I was you, I would try to report that to Amazon. I'm sure you probably have. Okay. Yeah, I was going to share this with y'all about Mary Brown. She just made some kind of post about comparing herself. I guess she's always comparing herself to the other sister wives. She's got some low self esteem. I thought I had low self esteem. This lady's got low self esteem, and it's all Cody Brown's fault. That's kind of her fault, too, putting up with his weirdo butt. Okay, I'm not going to play the video because I don't want to get a copyright strike from TLC. Mary, age 50, is Cody's first wife, who he divorced in 2014 so he could marry fourth wife, Robin, and adopt her 3 children from a previous relationship. And here's what I guess this is on Instagram. Stop comparing yourself. Flowers are pretty, but so are sunsets, and they look nothing alike. Exactly. I like that. And now Cody, 53, is embroiled in a battle that has seen the green-eyed monster take over his cohort of spouses. Mary posted an image on her Instagram of a handwritten note that read, "Stop comparing yourself. Flowers are pretty, but so are sunsets, and they look nothing alike." In the background, there is an array of colorful blooms. Oh, let me close this. It is believed Cody has snubbed Mary and his other wives to isolate with his newest and youngest lover, Robin, aged 42, during the pandemic. Now, Mary, she used to sell, what is the crap is the name of that company? Y'all know the name of that company? It's like a pyramid scheme where they sell those leggings, Lulu or something like that. Now, she used to sell that. She used to go on, she'd win cruises and everything. Of course, she made a lot of sales because she's a public figure. She's on that show. Of course, people's going to buy from her. Okay, so the Sun recently reported how Cody and Robin and their 5 children have isolated themselves away in their $890,000 mansion just outside of Flagstaff, Arizona. In early December, the Sun revealed Cody made a rare visit to wife Janelle, age 50, and their daughter Savannah, 16, at their one-story rental home. But he failed to drop in on Mary, who just lives down the street. What an asshole. She really loves him, too. They met when they were young, and she really loves him, and he don't want her anymore. You can tell on the show, he's not in love with her. I don't know how you could be in love with multiple people to begin with, weirdos. Mary, not so subtle on social media messages, comes after Robin explained what it was like to be one of 4 women in his life. While visiting another polygamous family, Cody, who has 18 kids with his wife, complained about not being allowed his own bedroom so he doesn't have to deal with multiple wives in their closets. Wow. But Robin fired back in her confessional. "Oh, yeah, sure. I'm tired with dealing with wives in their closets and stuff. Oh, sure. Blah, blah, blah. You'll survive. If I can survive sharing you and dealing with the jealousy and the drama and all the stuff that has to do with plural marriage, then you'll be okay." Let me tell you about Cody. Cody is the type, it's his way or it's no way. Robin has been his favorite wife since she came into the family because she used to just go with the flow. You know, she never stood up to him. She never really voiced her opinion. Last season, when she started voicing her opinion, it caused them major problems in their relationship. Really. He actually, because she was so weird about buying a house, right? And they had to move out. And she really made a huge deal out of it, which I thought was ridiculous. But you could tell he did not like it when she felt her voice. I don't know if she's still doing that or not, but I think Cody felt like the other sister wives had rubbed off on her, and he was not liking it. He likes to be the head honcho. You do what he says. Everything is his way or no way. And anyone that stands up to him, he's going to snub you. That's just the way it is. This is Christine. She needs some riddling. She got ADHD bad, for real. Okay. Another of Cody's wives, Christina, 48, recently admitted to feeling jealous too. She said on the season premiere, I'm sure everyone hates me all the time. I feel like I'm on the outside looking in all the time. When I get together for family gatherings, I'm like, why would I want to go? It's going to be a hostile environment. No one there even likes me. Really, on the show, y'all act like everyone gets along basically all the time. Yeah, they have a few problems. Like Janelle and Mary do not get along at all because Janelle cannot make a decision about it. She is just really indecisive, and that really gets on Mary's nerves. But they don't act like they're jealous of one another. There's other little problems that comes up during the show, but they never really act jealous. And they all live in separate houses. Now, he was going to build one big house. Well, it's going to be like a big compound, like one big mansion, but it'd be different houses inside. You know what I mean? Like sectioned off. Yeah, where'd they get all this money from? I think he's like a car salesman or something. Maybe he's a real estate agent. I can't remember. She continued, I'm really sorry I still get jealous. I'm just saying, I still get super, super, super jealous, and I'm really sorry. It makes getting together hard, really, really hard. Maybe I don't like me either. She added, I'm not really strong on my own, and it's surprising and hard. It's hard to just feel like I can't contribute anything. And here's Robin, the newest wife, youngest. It's hard to find that balance of being hard and not being a bitch. Her admissions came after Cody shocked the wives when he said he's not an advocate of plural marriage anymore. He explained, I am more aware now than I ever was before the apparent and obvious unfairness in a relationship. It is really unfair to the wives. I mean, that's a big sacrifice. Really? Going into like a plural marriage, I just couldn't do it. I mean, here you are, you got to share your husband, you got to share the money. They must be like super rich because they all got nice houses. They all got nice furniture, latest televisions, devices, everything. Hey, Sunny side up. How are you doing, honey? I agree, Sapphire. We could talk true crime while we diamond. Oh, we're going to have to do that. Actually, I was thinking about my member. I got to do a members live stream this week, right? And I was thinking, what am I going to do? And I was like, why not just do a member stream and I'll just diamond paint and we'll just chit chat. So I may do that. Y'all keep your fingers crossed. My damn painting's in the mail. It's got me worried because it's the Starry Night, like my favorite painting in the freaking world. In the world. So I hope it's not lost. I'm going to be so upset if it is. But anyhow, I just wanted to talk a little bit about Sister Wives with y'all since it was in the news this morning, and I love that show. Oh, crap. I dropped something. I loved that show. I didn't want to do too many kids' cases this morning with gruesome details. Sometimes I just can't handle it, and this morning was one of those mornings. I didn't mind talking about Orinn and Orson because we don't know no gruesome details yet. You know what I mean? I am addicted to diamond painting, Sunny Side Up. Or Sunny, I'm calling you Sunny Side Up. Sunny Side. Sorry, Sunny Side. You will get your package soon. I hope so. I hope so. Well, Mark checked the mail this morning and it was not in the box. I do have a complaint about the diamond painting manufacturers. I do have a complaint. Why did they roll them up into a little bag? Why not put them in a flat box? It's a pain in the ass trying to get those wrinkles out of that canvas. For real. It's there, Cece. Don't worry. Well, I hope so. You know, Van Gogh painted that painting it was his view from the insane asylum he was in. He was in an asylum. He had mental health problems. And that was his view from there. And that's why he painted that and called it a Starry Night. But anyhow, Guys, I'm going to have to get off here because I got to go potty. My blood pressure / fluid pill is taking effect. Yes, Lisa Irwin, a flat box is smarter because it doesn't wrinkle up the canvas. Now, Sapphire said she got one from the craft store, and it was in a box. So she didn't have that problem. But we both had problems getting the wrinkles out of the ones we've been working on. Yeah, it aggravates me too, Tracker. Hey, we definitely got to do a diamond painting stream and just talk about true crime or whatever. But I'm not that great at it, and I don't want people criticizing me because I'm a titty baby. But I've learned a lot from working on this rooster painting, really. So my story night painting will be a lot better. Which my rooster painting, it looks great, but I've just learned some tricks and how to lay them on there in a better way and stuff. You can call painting view from window. Oh, that's good. View from the window. Yes, that's good. That's good. Well, guys, I will see y'all tomorrow. Same time, same place. Be safe, be kind, in peace. And as always, thank you for your support. I appreciate it so much. And guys, please remember Mommy Mars in your prayers. I mentioned it at the beginning of my stream. Her little dog, who is like her second child, is crossing the Rainbow Bridge, I think today, if I'm not mistaken. So please, please remember her in your prayers. Yes, Sapphire, titty baby. That's what I call myself. Bye, guys.